Hey guys, Crazy Postman here. Well, today we're going to do one of my favorite things. We're going to go around my local area. And I say local, it'll be a few 100-mile area because I don't have very many fast chargers around me. But we're going to go around my nearby fast chargers nearby, and we're going to check the health of the stations. We're going to see if they're all working. We're going to see if anything's changed since the last time I was there. The excuse that the network providers are having is that they can't get the parts. Well, surely in 6 months you can get parts, because we're going to go to one stop called Cherokee Travel Mart, and it's been at least 6 months since I've been there. Oh man, I would say that one's dead. That's a pretty bad look. Looks like these over here are dead too. Looks like there used to be, it says under maintenance, I think. So that's pretty useless. Let's check this other side one here. Yeah. Sure enough, this one is dead also. So only one of these units, the BTC high power units, are actually working. So we're going to check the health of that station. Surely Francis has got it all up and running since I've been there last. We're also going to go to Elk City, and we're going to go to a CPE 250 site that is paired. So I should be able to get the full power out of it. So we're going to check that out. And then we're going to probably stop at a couple more places. I know I'll have to stop to charge for real at one place. So we'll check the Electrify America out at Weatherford, Oklahoma. And then on the way back, we'll probably check out Hobart again, the power electronics site there, just to make sure it's still up and running. It's just on my way back. Might as well pull in. It was free last time, so get some free electrons. Let's meet up with editor Crazy Postman real quick to go over what our plan is for today. All right, so we're having a simple plan today. We're going to start out in Altus, and we're going to go up to Elk City, and then we are going to go across to Weatherford, hit up a couple places, go to Cherokee Travel Mart, back down to Hobart, and then we're going to end up in Altus for a total of 240 miles. Back to you, Crazy Postman. In Elk City, it's a Francis station. There was 4 dispensers there last time, and they were all limited to 50 kW for some reason at that site. Even though the site is capable of high power, for some reason it was limited, so we'll run by there and we'll check that out first. So we're headed to Elk City, and we're a few miles out still. Let me show you how to do the battery preconditioning real quick, because you can't have your Google Maps or Android Auto or Apple CarPlay running and have the conditioning work. You have to use the factory navigation that looks like it's from, like 2003 MapQuest. So what we're going to want to do, we're going to go to the search. Let's see if we can do it by voice.
Please say the POI name or
charging stations.
20 results found. Please say.
So we're looking for Elk City, number 4.
Sorry, I didn't understand you. Please say the line number.
Number 4.
Would you like guidance to this location?
Yes. Okay, so now the 2003 MapQuest navigation system here is going to precondition my battery when and if it needs preconditioning, hopefully. So it doesn't always work. You saw in some of my previous videos, when I went to Frederick, it worked. When I went to Hobart, it didn't work. So we'll see if this Elk City station is in the list for fast charging. We are currently at 78%, and we are not preconditioning, but we're still, dang, 26 miles away. We got quite a ways to go. It's just wide open spaces out here. Not much going on, so I'll check back in with y'all when we start preconditioning. Well, we are 7 miles away from the destination charger now, and we are still not preconditioning. So I just think that this one is one that is not in the preconditioning database here in the Ioniq 5. So we'll continue on and get there and see if it is still limited to 50 kW like it was last time. So I haven't gotten to where it's taking me yet, but I don't think I'm at the DC fast chargers here. We got some demolition going on over here. Everything is shut down. This is not what I remember. And it says the DC fast chargers are over here. What is going on here? Oh my goodness. It took me to a level 2, guys. So yeah, there is our charger right there. That's what it suggested. Over a DC fast charger that is here in town. Why would it suggest a level 2 charger when there's a DC fast charger? Okay, so what we need, that's why we weren't preconditioning. It's not going to precondition for a level 2. We're going to search for EV charging stations. So look, now they show up. See, you can see Hutch's. That's where we wanted to go. It's 2 miles away in the other direction. But when I searched for it, when I was further away, it didn't give me these as an option. All of these. It only gave me the closest, literally the closest one. So that's where we want to go. We want to set that as destination. Start guidance. You think it'll start preconditioning now? We'll see if it starts preconditioning. Oh boy, I cannot believe that this car just did that. Why would it suggest an AC level 2 station over a DC station when they're just 2 miles apart? So that's a big fail on the Ioniq. I got the message that says it's battery preconditioning, and now I have the little heater coil icon down there. So let's get over to these other real DC fast chargers. All right, so we are pulling into the Huddle House here. It's between, the chargers are between this Huddle House and this Hutch's over here. And there's our chargers. Looks like we're being iced by one of them. So we're going to back in here. Let's go see if this bad boy works. If it's the same as last time, it's going to be limited to 50 kW. So let's go try it out. All right, so we got our Francis ID card here. Here's the lovely person that is blocking the charger. So we are going to go over here and open the charge port. And then we are going to plug in first. I forgot to take out this stupid cover. That didn't sound solid. And then we are gonna hit that. It's gonna authorize my charge session, and we'll give it 4 or 5 minutes. I don't need to charge here. We're just trying it out, and then we're gonna move on. I just got a notification that I spent $20 at Francis. It's funny how their payment system always works, but their chargers don't. So let's see what we ramp up to here. That's not going to focus on that. There we go. This station is still limited to about 120 amps at 400 volts. I don't know why it's not going to bump up to 1,000 volts like it's capable of, but We are on 400 volts at about 120 amps. This station is capable of 950 volts, 350 amps. So it's definitely degraded for some reason. We only are getting the 400 volts and only getting the 50 kW less in this case here. Did I open your wrong window? I'm sorry. Let's check the rest of these stations. This one says it's available. This one says it's available, so this spot is truly iced because somebody could charge here. Check out this one over here. Yep, it's available as well. So all these sites are available, albeit degraded condition. Only 50 kW right here on the interstate. We need these to be working, Francis, at full power on the interstate. Let's go ahead and stop this session. We've got 1.8 kilowatt hours, and we will head on to the next one. Now we're ready to see if we can get to our next spot. Let's go here, and we were going to look for the CPE 250 station in Weatherford, Oklahoma, Elk City, so it doesn't show too many charging stations here. We're going to have to use the map and find it on the map here. I know that's the Electrify America, and I think the other one is just up here. Can I look for EV charging stations that way? Weatherford, there we go. ASAP General, that's where we're headed. So I'm assuming DC Plus means it's a fast DC charger, and this one is just a regular DC, but that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna set it as destination and tell it I want guidance, and we are gonna get back on the road. All right, so me and Duck are gonna go to Weatherford, Oklahoma now, to the ASAP General, and we're gonna go to that CPE 250 that's supposed to be bonded together. So I should be able to get 125 out of it, I think. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, I'm right back with you. I'm still in Elk City, literally just jumped up on the interstate here. I'm still 42 miles away. You can see that there. We are already preconditioning. So it is going to precondition for this CPE 250 site, and 42 miles early. So we're going to burn quite a bit of my battery on the way there because it's a 5 kilowatt precondition. It will stop before I get there if it gets the temperature. So we'll see how much it actually uses. We can go into the EV menus for that. So let me get a few miles down the road, 42 more miles exactly, and I will be back with you, and I'll show you how much this little battery heater down here cost me along the way. So I don't get to see this very often. You can see the HDA2 display here on the screen. You can see other vehicles around me. I don't have any interstates around my house, so I literally never get to see that screen displayed. Okay, so we're about to perform a lane change here. Let's look. You can see that truck way up in front of me. I'm going to go ahead and tell it to do the lane change, and then that's what it looks like. It did that automatically too, by the way. I didn't physically move the wheel. I just kind of held on to the wheel, and it changes lanes automatically. Hey, there's a Tesla. I know exactly where these are because I've been here before. And we are going to go back into... One of them says it's offline and one of them says it's online, but they both have a green light by them over here. So I'm assuming one of them just doesn't have network or something. The wind has really picked up, so I had to put on my microphone. I don't even know if you're going to be able to hear me here. It is crazy windy. So we're going to go ahead and open the charge port here, and this time not forget to pull out the stupid little flap. Hate that thing. Do you hate that thing too, Duck? Yeah, me too. All right, let's see what we got going on here. So let's see what the prices are. It says $125 shared, $1 minimum fee, 34 cents per kilowatt hour. All right, let's go. So let's show our card. Authorized. We undid that already. So let's plug that bad boy in. I like their handles. That's a nice, slick, clean, easy to use handle. This is going to be really hard to see probably, but we'll do our best here. It is so windy. If that's getting into the microphone, my apologies. And there we go. We are charging. Let's see what it ramps up to. The good old trustworthy CPE 250 here. 67, 75, 83. Come on, 100, 104. 113. Heck yeah. We are cooking now. That is the power of the 800 volt architecture and a 1000 volt capable charger. So we just stayed here for 4 minutes and put in almost 5 kilowatt hours. I just stayed long enough to film the video. We are gonna move on to our next stop. I'm gonna let this guy go run around in the grass, see if he needs to leave his mark on anything. I am at station 2, probably not going to include this in the video. Let's see, need to activate it. 4 available. Select charger. Number 2 is where we're at, and we are going to start charge. Please plug in now. It's saying please plug in on the screen. We're gonna open this, flip out that stupid thing, and it's saying please plug in, and there is a little countdown timer going here, so I guess that's how much time you have. That's good to know. So we're gonna get number 1 here, and we're gonna plug that in. All right, so we were at 45%. We're gonna go ahead. Oh, this is limited. 64 kW. I'm not getting my max charge speed here. This is a 350. And we're getting 64 kW. Let's go ahead and stop and change handles and try again. Oh, this does say members only, credit card reader unavailable. What's the health of the other 350 over here? Oh, the other 350 is not healthy. So we'll try this second handle again. It looks like it's leaking its coolant out of the bottom of the machine here. Oh man, it just threw up its coolant. All right, let me see if I can act. Well, this is a problem. I've been trying for 10 minutes to start another charge here. The app thinks I'm still charging my car, and it won't let me start another charging session. So I don't know. What's there left for me to do? Am I gonna have to call those people? Okay, so I just deleted the app and reloaded it, and it still says I'm charging. So I don't know. Am I stuck here? I don't know what's going to happen. I guess I'm going to have to call their 1-800 number and see if they will activate it manually. Yay. All right, so I am still here at Walters. Let me give you an update on what has happened. So I will take a screenshot of what the Electrify America station says here. These didn't show, I think maybe one of them showed not working, or maybe they all showed working. I cannot get any of these to start charging. I called the 800 number and they don't know why they can't get 2 of them to start charging. Now she said number 1 down there on the end, and then number 2 that I started at, she said, yeah, those are impaired. So they know they're impaired. but they still show available on the app. That's got to change. Electrify America, if you're listening, that has to change. We need to know the live status of these stations. People could be getting stuck here. Anyway, she said number 1 and number 2 were impaired. I did get number 2 to start at first, if you remember, but then the app hung up and said that I'm still charging when I stopped. So I did get it to start charging at 60 kW, and obviously something was wrong, so it is impaired. I was going to change stations, and then I was never able to get my app to work again. So I called the number. All 4 of these will not work. I'm in Weatherford, Oklahoma. Do not trust the Electrify America app. It's crazy that they don't give you the data, but they don't. So we're just leaving Weatherford here. I haven't even made it out of town yet, and I saw a Lucid. So hopefully he's not heading to that Electrify America site. What a disaster that was. They show available on the app, but they're definitely not available. So we are heading to my favorite DC fast charger site, and that's because it is just such a complete disaster. And I say that just, it's sad. But also another secondary reason I like this site is because it has a smorgasbord of DC fast chargers. So we have ABB units, we have Flow units, and we have BTC units here. So we're going to go see which ones work. The 3 of the BTC units have been down for months and months, at least maybe even a year. They've been down forever. So I'm not expecting them to be working. I haven't used the Flow units since I had the Tesla way back in the day, maybe a year ago. So we'll try those out, and the ABBs also. Oh man, what a day. I cannot believe that Electrify America site was just completely wiped out. And it's a main site here on Interstate 40. You either got to go backwards to Eric, Oklahoma, or you got to make it all the way to Moore, Oklahoma, which is not even on Interstate 40. To make it to the next Electrify America, you would have to go out of your way quite a bit. So, or you would have to either depend on that 50 kW limited station we were at Elk City, or the Cherokee Travel Mart that I'm headed to, which is a complete disaster. So we'll go see what's going on over here at Cherokee Travel Mart, and I will see y'all in a bit. So we are about 17 miles from our charger. Our preconditioning did just activate. Hopefully that doesn't use too much of my battery, because I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to get my next charge at, because I don't trust this Cherokee Travel Mart. I'm sure that they have quite a few stations there, maybe like 16 plugs. So one of them has to do something. I'm confident I will get some kind of charge, but I'm not confident at getting the high-powered charge that site should be able to do. Look at the traffic coming down the road. Man, a living. This is just a regular Saturday, and that side of the road up there is just packed. All right, so we are preconditioning. We'll be there in about 15 minutes. I'll see y'all then. This car keeps driving off the road and setting off its own lane detection warning. Let's see if it'll do it again now that I have the camera out. You see we're going right down the middle of the road here. This green line, the center green line, was way over to the right side for some reason. And that right green line was red and the car was beeping. But now that I got the camera out, it seems to not want to do it again. That was the strangest thing, because it was still active. Up there on the top, all the green was still on. The car's lane centering was setting off its own safety features, saying you're departing the roadway. Super interesting. Everybody's passing me, but I'm about to get off the highway here. I activated utility mode. We'll see if that keeps the car active. I tried to do it earlier, and it wouldn't let me lock the car when I got out I didn't know if that was a thing, but that's kind of weird that you can't lock the car with utility mode on. What we're gonna do here, we're gonna try to charge to at least 60% just to make sure I can get home, because there's 4 fast chargers here. These are the BTC 350 amp units, so I should be able to get quite a bit of power on here, assuming at least one of them works, that is, because these are Francis sites. So let's go ahead, and after I get charged, I am going to go ahead and try the Flow over there. You can see they have a Flow charger here, and then they also have ABB units over there. It is so windy here. I apologize if that's getting into the microphone. So let's go ahead. Oh, I'm backwards. Dadgummit. Okay, now that I'm on the right side of the station, let's go ahead and see if we can get her activated. I could have pulled up a little bit further. Oh, I hate this thing. Okay, so let's see here. We are going to plug in first. There we go. We're in. Now I'm going to swipe my RFID card. Let's hope this thing fires up to full speed, because I actually need the juice. It's climbing slowly, it's making me a little nervous. Oh, come on, go further than that. Oh no. Oh no, it's not going to give me full speed. Oh, that's a bummer. So the reason why I pulled up to this one is because I already know none of the others work. They've had this same thing taped to their screen for at least 8 months, maybe a year. So I don't know how long they're going to be waiting on the manufacturer parts, but this is ridiculous. You can see the tape is even worn off on this one. It's been there so long. I don't think it's the manufacturer that's the problem. I really don't. How could it be waiting for so long? Look, this one here had the old tape and it wore off, and then they taped the new tape on. I don't know what this guy's doing. But this is one of the unique things about this site. It is a nice pull-through site. You can pull through in both directions, but none of the fast chargers work, is the problem. Both of those are down, and you can see that one over there is down, and then the one I'm plugged into is obviously limited. Let's check to see what these ABBs are doing here. So it says, I can't even see. It says it's a 30 kW. That's interesting. It might be limited, because surely these are 50 kWs. What is the, let's look at the sticker here on the side. Where's the sticker? Where is the sticker? There is a sticker here somewhere. Let's see. Yeah, this is a 50 kW station, 125 amps. It's only a 500 volt station though. So no crazy special power with the magic trick of the Ionic over there, but it should be 50 kW. So obviously there's some kind of fault here. Let's see what this one says. This one doesn't even have the same software as the other one. That's weird. So I would assume that it's 50 kW, because it says it's the same thing here. 125 amp, 50 kW, 500 volts. Interesting. So we'll try these out over here. I don't know that I want to try out this limited one here. Let's see what the health is over here on these. And it gives you instructions here. It tells you that a flow account is required. And I'm not exactly sure that's true, because my Francis RFID card should start this. I do have a flow account, so that'll be neat to find out if the flow will. Now this one's laying here on the ground. I think that's the universal sign that this doesn't work. So both of these appear to be working. I'm not sure I would get any faster charging at any of these other stations. Let's go ahead and look back and see what we're charging at now. 104 kW, so we're moving up a little. The car was completely preconditioned, so it shouldn't be limited based on battery temperature, but seems like 104 is going to be the best I can get. So we'll go ahead and just let this charge, and then we'll try out one of those ABB stations, and then we'll try out that flow over there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and stop this. I got a pretty good amount of charge. You can see we got 29 kilowatt hours in 17 minutes. So something is up with this one, but at least it did work at a decent rate. So let's go ahead and unplug here. We're gonna move up to this flow charger and see if I can activate it. Okay, so now we are sitting in front of the flow charger. In the app it says it's 100 kW. I don't see how 130 amps at 500 volts can get me to, I'll have to look that up, 100 kilowatts. Maybe, I don't know. Not good at math. So let's go ahead and activate this here. It has these real nice REMA connectors that Chargepoint uses. I like those. Okay, it says combo plugged in, receiving vehicle information. Hold your card near the reader. Charge ended by user. Cost $0. I think because I held my card there too long, I might have double tapped it. Hold your card to the reader, so I'm gonna not double tap it this time. Okay. Pre-charge tests in progress. So it says we are charging at vehicle requested 400. So it says capacity is 200 amps. Vehicle request 140, charger capacity 200. Okay, so maybe the sticker was wrong. This is a 100 kilowatt station. I don't know why I thought it said 130. Where's the sticker? What do we got going on here? 200 amps. Oh, the input is 130 amps. The output is 200 amps. Okay, so this is a true 100 kilowatt station here then. So we are receiving full power. I like that it says this, vehicle request charger capability. That is awesome. Let me get a photo of that. All right, so now we're at the mighty ABB 50 kilowatt unit. Let's go ahead and see what she'll do. Open this thing for, gosh, I hate that. And we will plug in this. This is another REMA. I love those. Got that in there. It says welcome, connect, okay. Start. RFID card. Telling me to touch my card there. And it is starting. You are allowed to start charging. So we are preparing. So you can see on this screen, oh, I just spent $20 more at Francis Energy. Here it is. On this screen here, you can see the kilowatt rating. The car should bump us right up to maximum. So the car is going to ask for maximum voltage from this station, and it should give us maximum power output. So there you have it. We are getting the maximum power output at this ABB site here at the Cherokee Travel Mart. So we're pretty much done here. We've tested everything we can test, this ABB unit, that flow station over there, and then only one of those taller BTC high-powered units are working. So we're gonna get back on the road. My original plan was to stop and get a free charge at Electrify America in Weatherford, but obviously that's not gonna happen. So I either got to charge enough here to get home, or maybe I'll stop at Hobart, Oklahoma. That'll probably be the plan, to go to Hobart and top off there. What do you think of all this charging? You want to get out and run around? It is extremely windy. Look how fast these things are going. Now those are gigantic, so for them to be moving that fast, we are powering the country right now. I was trying to film. I see pink ripples in this cloud. I can't really show it to y'all while I'm trying to drive.
Please say the line number.
Line 1.
Would you like guidance to this location?
Yes. So we'll see. Pause that. We'll see if we end up getting preconditioning. Even though it's in the nav as a charging station, last time I came here it never gave me preconditioning. So I'll let y'all know if I get preconditioning before I get there. So we've arrived here in Hobart, Oklahoma. This one I tried last time and I couldn't get it to start using the RFID card. But I'm just extra curious now that I've signed up for whatever auto charge is, if I can just plug in and it starts charging. We're just gonna plug in and see what happens. I'm not gonna do anything, I'm just gonna plug in. Okay, so I've plugged in. Nothing is happening. CCS. It says it wants me to use my RFID card. We're gonna go ahead and try to use the RFID card. And it's not working. So I went ahead and used the app, and it does seem to start using the app. All right, so I got it to start using the app. I tried my RFID card and it didn't work. We are getting 118 kilowatts. This screen is a lot easier to see in person than it is to see through the camera. Now, I can't remember. I think these are 200 amp units. Let's go remind myself what is going on here. 1,000 volts at 155 amps. So you can see we can go up to 1,000 volts at 155 amps. So theoretically 120 kW maximum. Actually, it should, 1,000 volts at 155 amps is more than 120, I think. I don't know. I'll do some math here on the screen. So we're still sitting here in Hobart. We just plugged in just a few minutes ago. I don't know exactly how long I've been charging, but it says we will be to 80% in 10 more minutes. we're still getting the full output of this station. This station is listed as 120 kilowatts maximum. Something that makes me sad, look over here. So we are at 63 degrees right now, and tonight's low is going to be 19 degrees. That is unfortunate. And then look at Monday. Who wants to do that? 25 degrees and 18 degrees when we're at 63 degrees on Saturday? That is just unfortunate. So we've been going for about 14 minutes, you can see there, and we've got 26.7 kilowatt hours, still getting around 115.9. I just noticed this station's little plug-in here is on the ground. That's twice today I've seen one of these just laying on the ground. I charged at this station a few weeks ago and it worked. So I don't think it's having problems. It says everything appears to be online and ready to go. I don't know why that was on the ground. Probably just a hooligan walking around on the streets here. So I'll stay until I taper off 100 kilowatts and then I'll head out. So check this out. I'm sitting here in Hobart still, and I said I wanted to find the nearest EV charging station. I was thinking it may show Hobart, but it doesn't. But look what it does show. 2 level 2 AC posts in Elk City, Oklahoma. We know that there's a DC fast charging station. I don't know why it doesn't show it. Why would it default to the AC chargers? That is just dumb, Hyundai. So I pushed the filter button and told it to turn off AC chargers, and now it does show me DC charger first, obviously. I just don't know why it wouldn't put the DC charger to the top of the list. So right now, it only shows 2 AC chargers. If I go back to filter, turn off AC charger, see now it shows you the DC charger in Elk City. That's just silly. Why would it not default to DC first and then AC underneath? That's just my opinion. Everybody's got those. Okay, so I stayed a little bit longer on accident. I was sitting here messing with settings. I really haven't been here that long, and we were up to 86%. 20 minutes to 100%. I don't care to wait because I'm just going home. I'm soaking up free energy here. I don't know why this site's free, but I'm not going to complain. Let's go unplug and get out of here. I don't know how I'm going to stop this station. Oh, it just says stop. Show identification card. So that's a problem because I didn't use the card to start it. Stop, stop, stop. Show card. So right here is where you're supposed to show card, but I'm going to show it all over the place. Yeah, this RFID card is not working in here. Oh, there goes my card. I should be able to stop it by just pushing the button here. Yep, that stopped it. And the car unlocked. So, I mean, you can always do that. So, let's check the stats here. No stats. They've already gone away. So, let's button her up and head out. Alright guys, so that brings an end to today's mission. We learned quite a few things, and then there was some other things that we already knew that's how it was going to be. The most important finding of today was the Electrify America site that was just completely unusable. That's crazy because the app showed that they were working, and the lady on the phone knew that 2 of them for sure were not working or were degraded. I was at station number 2, and that's the one that hung up on me when I tried to restart it. No matter what I did, I even deleted the app and reinstalled it, and it still said I was charging at station 2. So I called the 1-800 number, got this nice lady, and I said, well, can we try to start number 1? And she said, well, number 1 doesn't look happy. Nope, number 1's not happy. And I walked over there and looked at it. It said it was available and everything was fine. So they know things are wrong with these stations, and the app is not reflecting that. And that's just crazy. We need to know the live information on what's going on the Electrify America network. It's stupid that they would know a station is degraded and not put it on the app for everybody to have informed decisions when they're deciding where to charge. Anyway, she tried to reboot the other 2 stations, and neither she nor I could figure out why they would not activate for me. So practically, well, for me anyway, the whole site was down because I couldn't charge at any of them. Now, somebody may roll up and get lucky at station number 2. It did originally start for me, just with a reduced rate. Those are the major findings for today, was that Electrify America station. Now, we already knew that the Hutch's Francis station was degraded. For some reason, they're limited to 50 kilowatts, even though they're 350 amp stations. They should be able to do 200 kilowatts, no problem. But maybe that's a site host problem. Maybe they don't have enough electricity at the site. Don't know for sure, because that's a back-end question and nobody will ever answer that for me, honestly, I'm sure. But all 4 of the stations seem like they would work, just 50 kilowatt maximum. And then we moved up the road to try out the shared Chargepoint stations, and those worked great. Now, they are low-powered stations. Everybody knows the CPE 250s are not hot rods when it comes to DC fast charging. But if they're paired and only one person is charging, they are able to put out 125 kilowatts. And that's what we got there when I plugged in. So they were working great. Chargepoints are usually reliable, in my opinion. I haven't had too many problems with Chargepoint hardware. Okay, so that brings us to Cherokee Travel Mart. Now, that site is just, I already knew what I was getting into. Only one of the BTC dispensers actually worked, and it was reduced power for some reason. I can only get 100 kilowatts out of it. So we went and tried the Flow, and it worked great. It gave me 200 amps, which is the maximum, and a very useful screen comes up that shows you the charger's maximum and the vehicle request. It's right there on the screen. I think all chargers should have that available on the screen. That's great information. But the Flow unit performed exactly as it was supposed to. And then I moved over to the ABB unit. It's only a 50 kilowatt unit, and it performed as well. So that brings us to the end of this episode. Thanks for hanging out with me today and trying these chargers. I will see y'all. So I got so close to being able to end this episode out, and then my phone overheated. So let me try that again. Thank you for watching this episode, and I will see you in the next one. And we are still not preconditioning. So that is going to precondition for this. So it is going to The CPE 250s, I think, are in Weatherford with the America Online, not the America Online. Oh no, I just said about 2 minutes of awesomeness and I didn't have the record button hit. You go poop? You need to go poop? You go pee? Yeah? Okay.